Hello and welcome. My name is Saleh Al-Minji, CEO of Icon Traders, and welcome to the third episode of Rate My Trades. I know what you're probably thinking. It wasn't called Rate My Trades before, but we've changed the name now. So, just get with it and let's move on. Let's keep it moving. So, in today's episode, what we're going to go through is all the major events that happened in the markets last week, all the currencies that we were looking at last week, and see how they progressed. We're going to look at some new currencies as well that we're looking at for the next week, so looking forward as well, and also all major events that will be happening next week, which could potentially affect the markets. But starting off, we're going to start off with last week's events. So Wednesday the 20th, Australian dollar, the employment change figures were out and they were predicted to be 15.2 thousand. Unfortunately, they were 4.6k. However, this didn't really have any effect on the markets. So let's keep it moving. On Thursday now, it was a bit interesting. There was an EU summit. So after Britain went to the EU to ask them for permission to extend the Article 50, so extend the date from the 29th of March, which would have been very shortly indeed, to whenever they wanted the new date to be. What's happened now is the EU have agreed. The EU have agreed to extend us leaving Brexit, us leaving the EU, basically. And they've agreed and they've given us some options as well. So, currently, as it stands, it's delayed until the 22nd of May. Now, it's delayed until the 22nd of May if our MPs are able to select a deal, agree on a deal by the 12th of April. If they can, then we'll just leave on the 22nd of May as normal, however normal this is. But if not, so if the MPs haven't agreed on Theresa May's deal, and this is going to be her third deal, by the way, we will have to pick from the following. So we'll either have to leave the EU with nothing, chill for a bit, that just means we're going to be in the EU for some time, but still leaving, or just no more Article 50 at all, and just ban it. So that's the current situation. Now, to make things a bit easier as well, I'm going to explain the next steps for what's happening in Brexit as well now. So, tomorrow is Wednesday the 27th. Tomorrow there's a vote, and in tomorrow's vote, Theresa May will be presenting another deal to Parliament. Now, this is going to be the third deal that she's presenting to them, and it seems likely that if they don't accept the deal, then she may resign. Yeah, here we go again. But let's not get into that. What we should get into though is the markets, because if we look over here, we can see that GBP AUD, and going through all the GBP pairs, over the past week, they've all been, it reflects that there's a lot of speculation in the market right now. Because no one really, basically, no one knows what's going on, and it's just bouncing up and down. It's not going anywhere. Price isn't going anywhere, and for that reason, I'm not willing to trade it. I don't want to trade it until I know exactly what's going to happen. So we're not going to do that. So let's just keep it moving. Friday, CAD, Canadian dollar. So the monthly CPI was released. This is the change in price of goods and services within the economy for Canada. It was predicted to be 0.6%. It was actually 0.7%, and there wasn't much of effect in the market. And I am still selling CAD CHF. As we can see here, the CAD continued to fall, but we're going to get into all the currencies that we were looking at last week shortly. Just hang in there. Monday and Tuesday, the 23rd and 24th of March, nothing happened. Nothing happened. Not nothing happened, but no major events in the markets. So that is basically our recap on the events. Now we can move over to the trades that we were looking at. So let's start it off with USD MXN. Now, if you can remember how this looked last week, in last week's episode, then you will see that we are currently on track. We're still within the channel, and it seems that it went and it tested the bottom support line. So now it's just soaring, flying. Perfect. EUR USD. Now, EUR USD, this is something that I was saying that I'm looking to sell. Still looking to sell it. Still in my sell position actually. As we can see here, below the Ichimoku cloud nicely on the, wow, I'm talking far too much. If you would like to learn how I predicted this trade, please be my guest. You can go and feel free to sign up to the Icon Traders Trading course. You will learn everything there. Let's keep it moving. EUR NZD. Now, EUR NZD. Like, what did I say? I know this. I do this. I am this. Let's just keep it moving. CAD CHF. Once again, so this was the one that I was looking at, we've spoken about earlier in today's episode already. In a triangle trend, selling it, it's looking perfect right now. This is the week chart. If you come over to the day chart, that's 11 days. Okay, now as we can see here, I'm talking too much. USD CAD. Now, okay, yes, so USD CAD, this is something that I'm buying currently. So on the week chart now, we can see that there's been a bit of consolidation in the middle of the channel. I'm not worried about this because I'm still expecting it to rise to the top of the channel, to the support line. And as we can see here, there, you know, if you know, then you know. There are a couple good indications here that we're on track for this trade. Icon Traders Trading course. Okay, now, so we've just gone over all the old trades that we were looking at from last week. There were 2 trades that we dropped last week. So far, I can't lie, 100%, everything's on track. You know, the proof's all there, check the dates. So yeah, we've got 2 more new trades that we're also looking at as well. These are also long-term trades. Looking at shorting EUR AUD. Come and look on the day chart. If you know, then you know. If you don't know, you can learn. EUR NOK as well. This is a buy. Now with this one, what I've seen is it seems it's hitting the support line and it's in a long-term uptrend. So at this point now, if we move over to the day chart, move this out of the way, we can see that it's just on the support line. Move over to the 30-minute chart as well. Just around the support line, it touched the support line, and now it's coming again. So right now, for this one, all we're going to do is just watch it. If it does break below the support line by a considerable amount, then we start thinking about selling it. If not, then, you know, it's a buy. Position's already open, can't complain. So, it's now that part of the show where we look at all the events coming in next week. All the major events that could affect the markets and our trades. So let's go through. So it's currently Tuesday, the 26th. Today, nothing's happened really. Tomorrow, it seems the House of Parliament are going to pick what sort of deal that they would be looking for, as I previously said. So right now we're Theresa May is continuing to try and present a deal to the House of Commons, and like, let's just hope they say yes, and let's just hope she comes up with something, something smart. Because if not, then it seems like we're going to be in big trouble. Because if she does resign, then it's going to be like how this whole thing started in the first place, and just a big mess. But yes, that should be happening tomorrow. Watch out for that. I'm still not trading GBP, still not trading the pound because it's just not that time. Thursday, USD, we've got the USD annual release for inflation adjusted value of all goods and services. Now, it's currently predicted to be 2.4%. Now, what you got to remember is this is an annual release, so this doesn't come out much. So remember, if it's coming out, when it does come out, if it's higher than 2.4%, you should be thinking about buying it. If it's lower than 2.4%, think about selling it. But also, it may just cause a knee-jerk reaction in the market, so don't go off of what it's saying too much. Just some quick profits here and there. Then Friday as well, moving on to Friday, GBP, the annual Friday. On Friday now, we have the GBP current account release. So this is released every quarter, and it's currently estimated to be around negative 22.9 billion. So remember, once again, this one isn't annually, but it is quarterly, so that's 4 times a year. So it is quite big news. And if the number comes out and it is greater than minus 22.9 billion, that means that you're going to have to, well, you're most probably going to look to buy it. And if it's lower, so less than negative 22.9 billion, then you're looking to sell it. However, remember, this is the pound we're talking about right now, and I'm not touching the pound right now just because too much is going on. So do with that what you will. On Friday as well, we also have CAD, the GDP release, gross domestic produce, and we currently do not have a forecast amount for that. So keep your ears peeled, eyes peeled, nose peeled, fingers peeled. Peel oranges, peel everything. Peel back, peel forward, peel, 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 peel. Yes, with all that said, at this current time, I believe I'm done. See you next week with updates with all my trades, and if they're going well, if they're going badly. Proof's all in the pudding. What are you still doing here watching this? Go do something with your life. Hey, last but not least, we are doing a £50 to £100 challenge. We've been documenting this on our Instagram pages, so if you're following those, if you would like to follow those, the names will be below, @ or whatever you'd like to call it. But yes, so we are doing this £50 to £1,000 challenge on a trading account, and we're currently on £160. So we started around 6 weeks ago, and we went up to around £200. I stopped trading the account for a while, I wasn't really trading it, but we're back now on £160, and every week we're going to give you an update until we get to £1,000. So follow the trades, follow the challenge, follow everything, but most importantly, follow your dreams. What are you still doing here watching this?